Okay, a couple of you guys wanted to see this 8bitdo N30 Arcade Stick modified. I'll just say right now, there's going to be a couple minor issues here, which I was hoping it'd be a little easier. But, you know, obviously first you take the 6 screws off and take the back plate off. Obviously, look at this thing. This thing is cheap right here. These switches, I don't know, I can't even see the switches that are built into this thing. So we're going to replace it with this right here from the X Arcade. And it looks like it should fit, but like I said, there's going to be drilling needed. So that's not going to be a problem. I can tell you that it's going to protrude out the bottom though. The stick is going to come out the bottom. So I'm going to have to drill a hole in the back of this and then put some feet on here, which really wouldn't be a problem because they've got some extra holes drilled in here. I don't know why. But I'll put some feet like I did on my X Arcade and it'll raise the platform up. I'll show you how that'll look. That will be pretty good and that won't be a problem. The other problem is these connectors right here are not the same size as the ones for the switches that I have from the X Arcade Sticks. So I can't switch out the wires directly through here because these things are different. The adapters, they're different sizes, and they're ran differently. So what I'm going to try and do on one of them is I'm going to try and splice this and put on a different connector. See if this wire is strong enough or gauged enough to work. So I'm just going to do that for one of them, one of the buttons, see if it works, and then maybe I'll change the rest. Maybe I won't even change them. I mean, they're kind of chintzy, you can see, but maybe they get the job done. I don't know. So we'll see. So with that said, I'm going to do the button thing first, and then I'll do the joystick. So here we go. Let's pull this one out. We'll do the top left one. These things sometimes are hard to get out. Okay, so I pulled this thing out. You just pinch the two things and it slides out. It's kind of cheap. Let's see if these will fit too. I never even thought about that. They should. Let's see if it fits first. These are kind of deep too, but shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, so that's going to fit okay. There's a little wiggle. There's a little wiggle there. That's going to be interesting. I didn't think there would be a little wiggle there, but there's a little wiggle. Nobody wants that, so see if I can find a way to fix that. That one didn't have it, did it? Yeah, these ones are much wider. Yeah. Alright, well, there's another issue I'll have to figure out. I think I have an idea. Maybe put some tape around here, some threaded tape around here, the last couple notches, and then it'll stick better. Let me try that and see what happens. Okay, let's try something like this. I don't know if this is going to work at all, but maybe. You're going to have to put a lot of this on because it's really thin. Let's see if that does any better. Oh, that actually worked really well. It's not even moving. Wow, okay. And we should be able to thread it over on that tape. Okay, now I got the switch in there. Let's see how I want this to turn. there's not a lot of room in here. You can see the switches are gonna have to, if I do replace them all, be in different directions or something. I don't know, it's gonna be interesting. So anyhow, let's just see if this works first and then worry about the other part later. Okay. Be a little tighter. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, and it's stuck in there pretty good. Okay. Okay, we got the switch in, but like I said, these don't fit over those, so what are we gonna do? Well, I'm gonna try and splice these. Let's see if it's possible. I really don't know. Okay, here we go with that. I'll tell you what, this is gonna be too high too. I might have to cut out a whole circle here. The whole thing I might have to cut out on the bottom platform from about here to here, and just keeping these, if I do all the buttons. We'll see. All right, let's see if I can. I have plenty of wire here for at least one snip. If I'm wrong though, save these and do them again. These things are so small, it's ridiculous. And they don't even want to pull out like the other ones pull out. So I might just have to snip them, which I don't really want to do, but if it works, I don't have to worry about it. All right, let's see if this works. Okay, well, I spliced the wires and put it on now. We just have to see if it works.
No, doing no.
Okay, well, the good news is the button works. All right, now the joystick, and I can decide whether I want to do the other buttons later. All right, so that worked. Now I'm gonna do the joystick. I'm not gonna change any more buttons. I'll probably change them out though, because it did work good, and you can just tell. These are so much better. Plus they got the divots, you know, for the fingers. It just feels better. And they pop up better. You can barely feel these. I don't know. They're okay, but whatever. This thing is the main thing I gotta change. I can't even play with this thing. So let's start by pulling this tab out here, getting the handle out, and then I'm taking these screws out. And the other thing that's funny is they wired them directly into the prongs, into the switches. There's not even any of these things on them. So I'm gonna have to do the same thing I just did with this button that I changed out. That's funny. Oh well, it is what it is. Let's fix it. All right, well, I changed all these things out because again they were soldered in, so I had to put these connectors on, because that's what connects to this thing. Obviously this thing doesn't fit in here right. I'm gonna drill 4 holes in here and then use the screws that were on the X Arcade to put it in. It's gonna probably pop out on top here. I hope I don't crack it, but if I'm slow and careful, I shouldn't. So let's see what happens. That's the next step. Not as easy as I was hoping. Okay, I drilled the 4 holes. Here, I also put a little padding here to hopefully make it sit better, because it just doesn't sit right in here because the other one had a bracket. But I'm going to have to replace these screws, but I'm going to use them for now because they have a certain type of fitting. So I put them through here. They're not going to sit flush right now, but I'm going to get ones that do sit flush. But I want to see if this thing works. So the screws don't look too straight, but yeah, straight enough. All right, so I've temporarily put the joystick in. I just wanted to see if it would work. I have to change these buttons. They're not long enough, but I got a couple in there too just to hold it in for now, because I'm going to change these screws right here. They're not long enough, but I got it in. I hooked all these up. I mean, now here we go. We see if this thing works, because all these connections are in question right now. So if one of them's bad, I believe at least if one of them's bad, you know which one's bad, because the other ones will work. But I got the joystick in there okay. It looks like it's working pretty good. I mean, from a feel standpoint, you know, I really like it. We know this button's working, so let's turn this thing on. Let's sync. And let's see. Wow, it's working. Let's play a game here. Make sure I got the directions right. Let's go play. Let's go play Street Fighter. Let's see. See, now here's the problem too. Like I said, this is going to protrude out. So will these buttons. So if I keep this like this and I replace these buttons, I'm going to cut out a big hole in the middle here. So when I put this over it, I'm going to put some feet on here. I'm going to put some feet on here, and it'll lift it up, you know. But let's see. We know left and right is working. So let's go to Street Fighter. That's why I got to hold it up like this. So start. Start. Drill here. Start. India. All right. Up works. Let's see if I crouch. Crouch working. Oh, that was the down thing. Okay, everything works. That's excellent. Excellent. Now I just got to get some new screws. See if I want to replace these buttons, which I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna have to cut this out. Let me show you how I cut it out on my other one, so you can kind of see. So this is the wrap 4, right? And I changed this out here, you know. And obviously I had to do the same thing, drill in holes here, put those in. But see, I had to cut out a hole here because this protrudes, and then I put these feet in to stick up. So they'll just, when you set it down, it's got a great balance. You know, they all rest on there, and this sticking out doesn't matter. So I did that one. This one's coming along the same way. And like I said, I'll figure out whether I want to change these buttons or not. I really don't know. It's a lot of work changing these buttons, because these stupid things don't fit the same thing. So just a lot of work, that's all. All right, that's it, ladies and gents. And I'll show you the final product another time.